As we enter 2026 with fresh goals, starting a business is top of mind for nearly half the population, but many feel unprepared to take the first step. Jordan Casey, CEO at Ownr, a platform for helping entrepreneurs, is here with simple tips to turn your small business intention into action. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Corey.
Great to have you with us, and I'm curious, what's the biggest reason aspiring entrepreneurs say they haven't taken the first step yet?
Yeah, it's a good question. Over 40% of entrepreneurs are actually indicating that fear of failure is the main reason that they haven't taken that first step yet. I don't think Canada has an ambition problem. The ambition is there, but aspiring entrepreneurs are getting stuck navigating a complex administrative and compliance landscape without real clear education, guidance, or support for that matter.
Okay, so tell us more about how much the fear and compliance complexity holds people back from starting a business.
Yeah, about a third of entrepreneurs actually mention that compliance is a main area of their concern. And they're being held back and paralyzed by these administrative burdens that exist when launching a business. And that's ultimately why we built Ownr, really to guide founders through business registration so they can turn, that idea into something tangible, something official, something real. And I would honestly encourage a lot of entrepreneurs to seek out these types of platforms that take care of those essentials, really removing those barriers that, often can overwhelm first-time founders. And then once that's handled, an entrepreneur is really free to focus their energy on what matters most, and that's, at the end of the day, running their business.
And maybe they want to start a new business, but maybe are afraid or can't really quit their job right away. What steps can people take if they want to start a business without quitting their job?
Yeah, it's a good question. I would say the two practical steps that I would sort of suggest is, first, keep it simple and start with a business plan. Too many people jump into entrepreneurship without a plan. It needs to be something that's clear and flexible, something you can build on. It doesn't need to be perfect, but aspiring entrepreneurs need to be thinking early about their plan and how to move from planning into execution. The second thing I would sort of recommend is adopting what I call a minimum viable launch mindset. I always tell people that are looking to launch a business to really think about it in manageable micro milestones rather than massive leaps. This could mean registering your business day one. That could mean building your online presence in month two, and then perhaps starting to reach out to customers as time sort of allows. At Ownr, we've seen successful entrepreneurs do this all the time. When you set up and manage your business gradually, entrepreneurship feels a little bit more achievable, even alongside, a full-time job, which is especially true for all the side hustlers out there.
Yeah, and speaking of the side hustlers, for people who want to maybe become an entrepreneur and make it more accessible for first-time founders and side hustlers, how does a platform like Ownr work?
Yeah, Ownr really helps to demystify the compliance obligations, business structures, and the steps an entrepreneur really needs to take to get started. So often an entrepreneur will ask themselves, do I get started as a sole proprietor? Do I incorporate? How do I write a really strong business plan? These are the questions that our technology really aims to support first-time founders with.
Perfect. Thank you for all this advice and giving people some things to think about, Jordan.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Corey.
For more information on starting your own business, visit ownr.co.